Hello, hello, hello. Am I doing this right? I have no idea. I'm testing, testing, testing. Ah, there it is. There it is. Let me do a thing. Let some folks know where I'm streaming from. And yeah, let's get her going. So there it is. Just testing. Let me do a thing. All right, that's looking good. I hope everybody can see what I'm doing. Give me one more second. This is first stream for the most part, at least the first one in multiple years. I feel like it may not be doing it exactly right. Let's see here. Let me just grab one more thing. All right, I think this ought to be it. One more little quick update so folks can find me in one place or another. There we go. And it's just, and there we go. All right, I'm done. Sorry about that. So the game plan tonight, I'm going to play a little bit of EVE Online, and see how it goes. And then after that, I might start up another stream or edit the stream and restart it to do a sort of watch me work or work with me session on some AI tools and some AI tinkering that I'm doing for some things. And of course, very important, beer. So let me turn, I don't know that the audio, yeah, turn the audio on for Eve. If and when somebody shows up, hopefully they'll let me know if it's not quite what it needs to be, but here we are. So I haven't played EVE Online much in quite a few years, and fortunately or unfortunately, I don't know, I was able to pull some string, take some internal credits in the game and use it to buy an Omega membership for a couple months. So we are going to do some mission running and maybe some mining. Let's see here. So let's find a place. Let's go get a security mission. I was running level 3s earlier today. Those were, yeah, I'm actually in that station. Those are okay. They're a little tough. Again, I'm rusty, but yeah, let's do that. And here we go. My poor little puppy in the background is complaining, but she'll live. All right, here we go. Mission number 1 on stream. And just as a note, talking point, however you care to take it, I have oh, where'd you go? Okay. Predominantly played Gallente drone boats. That's my preference. In easier missions, you can pretty much sit there and let the drones do literally everything for you. In these level 3s, not so much. It's a little challenging, but it's still nice extra firepower and gives you a lot of buffer. So if you don't quite know what you're doing, you know, they can take some of the hits for you. Let's see here. It wants me to travel to another system. Here we go. I don't know how many of y'all have ever played EVE Online. It's a fun game. It's got beautiful graphics. They've done a good job of keeping the graphics fairly up to date. It can be really complicated. I've heard it called spreadsheets in space, and it can be that for sure, especially if you get into all the industrial stuff. I'm going to keep it simple tonight. Like I said, run a couple missions, maybe do some very low-key mining or salvaging. I have spent some time in industry, and I do have a couple of quite a few blueprints that I mess around with from time to time, but not doing any of that tonight for sure. All right, here we go. Dead Space. It's the equivalent of an instance for those who are used to MMO terminology. And this is an MMO. All these 220 people you see in this chat window are literally online. These 3 people are literally in the same system that I'm in. So if they wanted to be assholes, they could they could try and find me and attack me, and that's very common. Granted, I'm in what's called high sec, so this anything above like 0.6 or 0.6 and up, you know, they'll not quite survive an encounter. Although I might not either, but they'll get fairly quickly blown away by in-system military. I've done very, very, very little in low/null sec. The one time I tried to do anything, I had a 1 billion credit ship, which is a ridiculous amount of money, a capital ship, and I got completely destroyed in no time whatsoever. It's one of those things where if you're gonna do it, you need a team. You cannot go it alone. It's just impossible. Anyway, what I'm doing now is destroying these pirates. They are the mission is to do some mining, which, oops, I didn't even bring my miner. Uh-oh, that's a problem. But at the very least, I can, let's see here. Yeah, there is. At the very least, I can clear this out and go grab my miner and finish up. And while I'm sitting here, I'm going to throw out this thing. It's called a mobile tractor unit. What it'll do is all these gray wrecks are salvage, and they can be worth quite a lot of money. So I'm going to let this MTU essentially pull them in, and always save location. I'm going to tell it to basically stay there for 2 days, just in case I forget to come back for it. Although in 2 days, I doubt it'll be here. It'll get kiboshed, but at least it won't disappear tonight, and that's really the key. All right, these guys are a little far away. Kind of wasting ammunition shooting at them right now. I'm going to throw on my afterburners and go kill... Oh, they have been destroying my drones. I wasn't paying attention. Whoops. C'est la vie. That's life. I have a lot of drones in storage, essentially. That's one of the things that I build a lot of with my industry, just because you go through them. So I most of my industry right now is building fighting drones and mining drones. Um, I don't actually use the mining drones that much, just because usually I'm in a I like to do AFK mining, so kind of set up some mining and don't necessarily pay attention all the time, which is fine. But to do that safely, I always put out combat drones instead of um, mining drones. That way, if I'm not looking and some pirate NPCs jump into the asteroid belt, they'll get wiped out in no time. Looks like I've got a couple folks watching. How exciting! Um, I am watching chat. If you want to say hi, um, would love to chat. Uh, One question I have for myself is whether or not this is being tagged properly in Twitch. So if you're on Twitch and watching me, I would be very curious. Did you find me through the EVE Online game, or could you see it? Um, game category. Because I didn't really set up anything for that, so I'm hoping the system intelligently knows to do that. I don't really know. Again, this is pretty much my first stream. Or at the very least, the few times I've streamed before, it was very generic. It was running a D&D game and only streaming on YouTube Live, so there wasn't much effort involved. This is one of my favorite ships to run these types of missions with. I really love battleships. They're huge, they're fun, um, they're slow as fuck, but they're still pretty cool. But in all honesty, unless you're running something really hard or you want to sort of do some AFK missions, they're overkill. And this little cruiser is a Vexor Navy issue, well apportioned, is good enough for anything, just about. Maybe not level 4s, I don't know. I've not tried many level 4s. I find level 3s to be comfortable, and that's good enough, especially with this thing because it's got double armor reps, so it'll take a shit ton of damage pretty much forever. And if I turn off that afterburner, which I did, that will save me a little bit, because afterburners make you easier to hit. You're a bigger target. You put out enough noise that their targeting computers can find you better. I mean, that's the in-game meta reason for it. How exciting. Love it. So who's out there? Say hi. While I'm finishing this up, let me look and see where my closest. All right, I have to, 5 jumps to go get my mining vessels to actually complete the mission parameters, or probably better for today. Damn, I'm losing these things like crazy. Or what I can do is, I'm in a Mar, or no, I'm near a Mar, so I can dock there since that's the one of the main trade hubs, and buy a cheap mining laser to come back and just do the thing. There, since that's the oh, that's the commander. That's why he's so tough. Let's kill that guy. I'm sick and tired of him. Says I'm getting 60 frames per second. That's impressive. This is a decent machine though. And yeah, no dropped frames. Exciting. And virtually no CPU usage, which I had no idea. And that's going to be good for the AI work that I'm going to do later with the Work With Me stream, because that's clearly CPU and RAM intensive. All right, let's see here. Did I get them all? Looks like. Let me pull these guys in. Let me look. Oh, did that? What happened to my MTU? Oh, there. Well, there's one of them. I don't know. Let's try and get some mining. Puro storage. Let's see if I can buy a cheap mining laser here.
Warp drive active.
What's my fitting look like? Yeah, I can drop the launcher. All right, time for a new beer. Be back while it's landing.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Back. Got some water as well. Let's see here. Oh. So even in this sector, there's a level 3. Might be worth sticking around here after I finish. Market. So let's look here. Mining laser. Mining, 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 mining. Or mining drones. I think this ship has huge tracts of land. I mean, yeah, a huge drone bay. So maybe that's the best way to go. Because I don't see the cheap mining laser anyway. Yeah. Well, but there ain't none for sale. I might as well go to my home base and grab grab the Tang. Might as well. while that's running, I'm gonna jump over to Twitch just to see if I can tell who, if anybody's watching, and I want to see, am I showing up? Let me mute it though. Am I showing up under Eve Online or not? Because if not, I need to figure out why. Don't necessarily need to tonight, but I am curious. Sort by viewers, low to high. Yeah, does not look like, no, does not look like I'm showing up in that search, which, whatever, fine. I'll deal with it later. How about this? No, it's still not working. Oh well, hey. We'll keep this for posterity. Somebody will look at it someday and go, wow, that's where he started. How about that? God, he sucked. And yes, I'm joking. I actually think quite highly of myself. Probably too highly, if I'm being honest. But I don't care. So I think I'm going to grab my Orca. ORCA, which is a sub-capital industrial ship. It might actually count as a capital industrial ship, but it's allowed in high sec, so that's what throws me. Slow as hell, but it's so big I can actually load 3 to 4 other ships into it and bring them with me, and that way I can kind of go set up in that area. And when I feel like mining, I'll have my mining ships there, so on, so forth, etc. And I can bring a bunch of spare drones and just load up for bear. And actually, I don't know. I'm really tempted to bring one of my battleships, but I think it might be too big. So that's probably overkill. But I'm gonna look and see. Actually, I have a ship transport as well, and it's not too big for that. Wow, what did I just get 1 million credits for? Actually, it was probably bounty. See, I got $1 million for just killing those couple of pirates in 10 minutes. And I wasn't even trying that hard. I mean, it wasn't even that, except for I lost some drones, and some of the ones that have the 2 after their name are really expensive. So expensive that I probably did lose money, but whatever. I've got something like 8 billion credits in this game, which is, yeah, ridiculous. That'll last me a long time. I actually wonder, just out of curiosity, just to see how much. Whoops. No, it's taking me to an external site. That's not what I wanted. I wanted to see how much, well, okay. Let me talk. I'm just curious, how, for this 8 billion, how many more months could I add at 500 plex each? Should be able to look it up here. Let's see. There we go. Pilot services, plex. How much? 6 million. I can't do math, but let's see. 6 million times 500 is 3 billion. So I could do almost 3 months of quote, end quote, free gameplay with this now. I'm not going to. I prefer to use like real dollar monies for obvious reasons, but that is cool as poop. Alright, look here. Let me check first. We'll look at this in terms of size. So I love the Salvager, probably won't bring it though. My Dami is 454, and my Orca here, I want to see ship maintenance bay should be it. Is it going to show me? No. All right, hold on. Let me just go ahead and board the ship. How much? See, not enough. So instead, I'm going to jump in my Bowhead, which is a ship transport, and it can hold, let's see, come on, there we go, it can hold 1.6 million. Let's see, I don't think I can fit my Orca in that, no. But what I can do is put my battleship in. What? You cannot show, oh, it's just, yeah, cargo hold. Let's see here. Why? Is it popping under? No. We'll just do it this way. Yeah. Ooh, it's not very much ammo, so actually that's a good thing. So let's look here. First off, stack all. Boom. I have no idea what any of that is. Definitely needs a smidge more. Stack all this. Let's look at iron. Yeah, let's just grab. That actually go a long way. And antimatter. Yeah, all good. And let me grab a handful. Let me see what its drone bay looks like. Oh yeah. Wow, okay. No, let's see. Goblin. What? Goblin. Alright, here we go. Oof. Yeah, I'll put 5 of those in there, and 5 of these in here for backup, and then, hold on, let's... Let's look here. Categories. Okay, asteroid blueprint. Where are you? Drone. Charge. Drones. All right. I don't care about any of those. You can go in there. That would actually work for me. And I want 5 of you. So this makes the Dami. Let's see here. I'll just put in some mediums and I can adjust things later. All right, let's go back to the Bowhead. I'll throw the dummy in there. And what? Charges, deployables. Charges, boosters. What are you? What else is in there? Oh, is there something in the... that's the ticket. Had a ship in the emergency escape hatch, which I'm into it, but that's excess. All right, so, and I'm going to take this. Yeah. Phas Blast, that's a fun bitch. Dommy. And my Vexor that I was just running. My Proteus, because why the poop not? And no, my Astro. Shuttle just for the fart of it. Should be good enough. Plus some. No, I don't need anything else. No. All right, now we'll take this gigantic piece of ship over. Yep, set the destination, and now you saw how fast that other ship moved. Watch this. This is, this is capital-ish size ship. Watch it go. It is literally like watching molasses drip. It's got pretty good cargo bay too, but I didn't need much of anything else. So you having fun? I'm curious. I'm enjoying this a bit. I'm curious about the streaming lifestyle. I feel like it actually could help me focus a little bit, in the sense that, one, it somewhat forces me to talk to myself, which I love to do. But then two, knowing that I'm trying to accomplish something for stream may give me that external incentive my autism ADHD brain needs. So I could say, oh, I'm gonna stream me playing No Man's Sky for a long time, or I'm gonna play, this other game to main quest completion, when usually I put in just enough time to get bored, and then I move on to another game. So tonight I think it is just going to be EVE Online, though like I said, I'm very likely going to switch over to some mining here in a little bit. But I don't know. Missions can be somewhat fun. I left my abysmal filaments behind. Probably should go back and grab some of those, but that's another thing that could be fun, is doing some, abyssal space. I threw my Astro frigate in, so that'll actually allow me to do part of the exploration scan loop, which allows you to find combat sites and sort of archaeology data relic sites in the universe without having a mission. So it's more emergent gameplay from exploration. You can also find wormholes, which are cool, but I get my butt kicked every time I go into one. But these sites that you can scan down to explore are worth a little bit more than just normal mission. And you can also find things like rare ore asteroid sites and go do that. You know, one thing I used to enjoy doing when I was part of a player corp, because the corp I'm in now is just a default corp. If you're not in a player corp, it puts you into this sort of NPC corp. But player corps usually are set up to do things like mining missions together. So, you know, they'll set up all the infrastructure, which it requires a bit to be able to do things like moon mining. So what that requires is you have a station built that can actually use tractor beams to pull chunks of rock off a moon, and then you can mine those chunks of rock, and it's worth more than just sort of the default out in the world stuff. And you know, in talking about it, I'm sitting here thinking, God, I need to find a fleet. So, I mean, a corp, not a fleet. A fleet is groups, and a corp is a guild. Let's find one. Let me find a new corporation. I don't care about any of that. Yes, yes. You know what? Just PvE across the board. Industry across the board. I give a shit about PvP for now. Later, I may want to do some, but right now, I does not. Let's see. English, yes. Area of operations, high sec, yes. Eve, playtime, I kind of don't care. Let me just put it that way. There we go. Member count, I want at least 50 members. Let's try a maximum tax rates of 10%, which honestly is really high. Let's go 5%. That should be good enough. Let's see who we got here. Oh, okay. What happens if I do this? No. No. How about this? No, not roleplay focus. That is not at all what I wanted. Click that wrong. Yeah, all members, all times. Here we go. See? That's exactly what I want. Or neurospicy rock. Oh, yeah. There we go. Yeah, let's see what's happened. Let's see what happens. That's good enough for now. I'll leave that. It says somebody's watching me on Twitch. I didn't really see them when I pulled Twitch up. I don't know if it's just counting me. Do I have it open in some window? I probably do. Let's see. I don't need that. Let's see. Aha! I think that... No. That wasn't it. Nah. Yeah, I don't care about any of that. Leave that. Oh. Oh, you can't see that. Cool. Let's see. Damn. I've got ChatGPT working on some stuff for me in the background, and problem is I don't download the output files fast enough, and they actually have a very short lifetime. Anyway, you'll find out more if you stick around for my AI work with me session right after this. Let's see, it's about 7 p.m. local. I'll probably start that no later than 9 p.m. Eastern, but we'll see. I don't know. I don't know if I've got an hour of this left in me or 2 more hours, but that's what I'm thinking. 3 more hours would be fun, but I do actually want to put in a smidgen of channel development time. For those of you who aren't, you know, Facebook friends, which if anybody's watching me, I suspect that's who. I'm working on a channel for us neurospicy individuals. I love that term, for folks that are in the autism ADHD community, but also it's for everyone. It's just that I'm going to focus on solutions that are particularly helpful for that community, but honestly, I think everyone can use what I'm working on. And I've got a alter ego called Dr. Tangentia, because he is always going off on tangents, like me. Wonder why. And I've been working on my premiere video, but I want to go play around with doing a more static art style, so similar to the Theorist channels, although I do like the ones that are like drawing on a whiteboard animation. Maybe I'll do that. I don't know. There's pros and cons to it. Whatever. One thing I'm going to work on this weekend, probably tomorrow morning, is can I figure out how to do that type of static animation, simple animation, easily enough to do that instead of being live on camera. I bought the cost, like I got everything to do the live thing, but I don't know. Something tells me if I can build the correct workflow using, quite frankly, AI to help, then I can probably, and it looks like my levels are way too high. Hopefully that's better. I can probably set up it in such a way that, oh wait a minute, oh dear, I'm in the wrong system. Hold on. Oh, actually, kind of not. But what I need to do is dock and pull out the right ship to go do my mining and finish my salvage. So, blah 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 blah. That amazing musical interlude was for free. You're welcome. Come here. I'm gonna show off my baby on stream. This is Lily, and she is the sweetest little girl. She's had a rough year this past year. Her mama,
Docking permission
my
requested.
sister,
Docking request accepted.
passed away about 14 months ago unexpectedly, and poor Lily saw it all. Watched her pass. Watched the paramedics trying to save her. It was sad. And then she had to have surgery and have about half her teeth removed because they were just rotting. And she was living with my mother, but between my sister's other dog and my mother's dog, 3 dogs were just too much. And Lily, she doesn't want to share her humans. She wants her to be the center of attention. So I finally convinced Mama to let me take her. It looks like my levels are still too high. Okay, finally convinced Mama to let me take her. And I'll tell you what, she has been the happiest little peach, the loveliest, doviest little thing ever since she come live with me. I think she really likes being the sole doggy and getting all the loves and every treat she can get. She's a sweetie. All right. You're all right. You can hang out over there. Let's grab a ship. Oh, shit. Anyway. Not anything too fancy to go do this. Let's just do the zoomer. I honestly think it's overkill even yet, just in terms of it'll finish. It will take longer for its lasers to complete a cycle than it would for it to be able to mine that little bit of ore, but whatever. I'll do it this way anyway.
Warp drive active.
Forgot about the salvage, so there you go. So I'll pull the mining and salvage out, and handle both those, and grab my MTU, and it's all good in the hood. It's all great in the state. I don't know why y'all ain't laughing with me. I thought that was hilarious. All right, here we go. So let's do the following. Gotta do the mining. Hold on. There we go. Grab that. Pop these suckers out. Pop those sucker out. Tell it to just start salvaging. Tell these to just start mining. And once I'm in close enough, which I think is 15 kilometers. Oh, I'm already close enough. So there we go. In that case, let me see if I can stay within range. Yeah, it looks like I can, maybe. I don't know. I guess we'll see. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Let's just do the mining first, and we'll come back for the salvage right after. Let's see. I am curious. Even
The
with that
asteroid
bit,
is
yep.
depleted.
See, that's what I thought. Bring them suckers back. I don't need anything else. And go do that. And you can see those are my mining drones. And you can zoom in to where they look like real things instead of icons, which is cool. But that's what those were coming back for me. And see, here's my mobile tracking unit and all that wreck. And let me do this. So if you do a tactical overlay, you can actually zoom way out and see where everything is. Yeah, which is cool. And the good reason for doing that is, you know, your weapons and such have range, and you can tell from here, for example, like that, what the range is for a particular turret. Don't think. All right, that's good. I'm fine with that. Oh, except no, I'm not. Hold on. I need to. Where are we? No, no, no. What? No. Come on. Really? I can't be right. Ah, there we go. This is where we're going next. Go back and pick up our bow head and then we'll go to MR. You know what I should have done? I wasn't even thinking. Was while I was at my home base, grab everything that I don't need to keep and bring it to MR. But, um, grab another cargo runner later. All right, I need to go see what the puppy needs. She's complaining, and I want to go to the restroom because, you know, beer. Be right back. You can watch me auto salvage. Okay, well, that's a problem. Let me. Mining's done, so I can throw everything in.
Warp drive active. Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Oh, of course. All she wanted was a treat. Duh. It's almost like I'm an idiot. And I might be. But she is getting roughly my last treat. Well, I have some, what do you call it? Dental treats, but they're tiny. I know that's not what she wants. All right, so let's see here. Oh, let me look here. On Bowhead, I need to finish the job.
Brought to you by President Agard and the Automated Industry for Democracy Act NYC 125.
Should, but let me see here. No. I've got to look at it. I don't know how big it's. Yeah, that should be enough. Let's go ahead and do that. We'll go ahead and throw you in there. And let's go get our stuff. All right. While that's happening, because most of this is going to be relatively
Warp drive active.
AFK, I need to look up how to, using this reposting tool, how do I set it up so that it goes to the right places? So, alright, I asked ChatGPT to do me some research. Oh, I gotta clean this bit up. But anyway, while it's researching, here we go. Let me go there, and I'll throw my salvage drones into space. Let this, yeah. Let them salvage. There we go. All right. Oy, oy, oy. I have one of those sonic glasses things. It's really cool. It does a great job. All right, this is saying, here we go, loot all, and that should be good enough. I should be able to scoop that to cargo hold. And, whoops, here we go. Remove this location. I won't need it anymore. And I'll just sit here and let it, yeah, they're all right next to me. So just let it salvage. For fun and giggles, let me show you what these drones look like. Where is that it? No. I mean, kind of, but no. Well, all right, doesn't matter. Yeah, look at my ship. That's good enough. Ain't she a beaut? It's hard to tell, but even this little ship is actually quite huge and has crews of hundreds of people, if memory serves, or at least dozens. And then in the Eve Online, because you see, those are all windows, right? So see how much, like those are all windows. I don't know that those are, but still, that's a lot of room. My character is this immortal capsuleer. So he's got I think he's yep, there he is, check. Okay. He's got an implant in his brain that uploads his, personality to clones. clones, and anytime you die, you get reborn as a clone. The one caveat is you can have implants, which are obviously specific to a particular body, and they cost a bit and give you some special abilities. So, all right, let me check on something while that's all doing stuff. All right, I'm gonna go restream and see. Okay, streaming. Let's see here. Update, edit. Let me see here. What does edit do? No, that doesn't look right. That's titles. No, no, no. Settings? See, no, I don't know what any of this is. No. Alright. Okay, under destinations. Channels. Twitch. No, don't remove it. I don't care. Oh, this ain't right. So it's saying do it in Twitch. Fine. Where's my go-to? Stream? No, that's not it. Back. Creator dashboard. Yes, stream manager. All right, let's see here. That's good enough. I don't need that. Third party. Oh. Move that. Let's see what that is. Edit stream info. Let's see here. Category. Here we go. Awesome. Cool. This looks good. Let viewers know. It's fine. There is no branding. Ah. Okay, that's good. Let me see if I can do the same on YouTube's. Let's see, what are you doing? Still salvaging. How do I, yep, view my channel? Is there a way? Nope, nope, nope. Creator, no, studio. Yes. Oh dear. I never saw that. I'll have to deal with that. All right, content. Live. And how do I... Ah. Well, come on, you damn thing. It's not made for kids. There are no visibility. I do wish. Okay, save the changes. Ah. Save the changes. Let's see if I can customize. Yes, yes, yes. Anyone. Eh. Critics, copyright. No, I don't see anything else. Cool, I'm done. I'm gonna deal with shit later, but that's good. Maybe people will see me. And maybe not. All right, salvaging is done. Let's return to the drone bay. And we're gonna go back. And we're gonna dock. We're gonna throw this stuff into the bow
Drive
head
active.
and head to Lamar. Turn in the mission. And then figure out stuff. Oh, somebody else has joined or it was me. I don't know. Wish it would show me. But I'll take it. If you're out there, say hello.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
I am streaming right now. I do have my camera on. Okay, I'll be done by midnight or 1, so I don't know how you can do that and go to bed on time, but cool. I'm teasing about the... Well, then, oh, okay. Hold on. What if I block my camera, you come sit down, and then I unblock it, and that way you can do what you need to do? Huh? I'm sorry, couldn't hear you. I can't hear him. Whatever, I'm old. Hiya. Let's see. Yep, nope, I gotta leave those. Yep, stack all. Perfect. And everything but that. I get to keep those. Those are medium. Might as well keep them. And, alright. Yeah, I think that's all good. So let me back in my bow head. Let me put this in there. And I can go turn it in. Turn the mission in. Oh, shit, oh, there it is. Do that. I closed my chat stuff. Let me reopen it and see if there's anybody there. Oh, no, I don't. No, shut up. If you're out there, say hello in chat, please. I'm trying to figure out how to use this software a smidge, and would love it if you said howdy. Oh, hey, Jen. Cool. Thank you for saying hi again. I'm figuring out this software. I didn't know if you were there or not, or I didn't see the hi, but cool. How are you doing tonight, Miss Jen? Like, we're good? What do you mean? I mean, be honest. Maybe don't put personal stuff, super personal stuff there. You can text me or email me, and I'll look at it when I can. And just so you know, I see. I'm doing this for a bit, and then I'm going to start up another stream where I actually work on some AI projects. Specifically, the first AI project for my channel, and might be interesting to watch, or you might want to watch it later if you've got stuff to do tonight. My plan is to spend a little bit of time just walking through some of the tools, and then you can watch me actually building the initial chunks of the AI or the email monitoring software that is my first project. See your chat because it wants me, well, I don't know what it wants me to do. It's not showing the chat in this Restream app that I'm using for this. So, oh, there it is. I see it now. This is a game called EVE Online. It's MMO sci-fi. It's pretty fun. It's been around a long time, and honestly, it allows you to do almost anything you can think of in sort of a space game. You can do what I'm doing, which is basically running missions for money. But if you want to be a space trucker, you can actually do that. In fact, the ship I'm flying now is a very expensive space trucker ship used to move ships for other people. You can fight, you can mine, you can run a factory, you can run a research base, so on and so forth. So what I'm doing now is running a couple of quick missions, and then by 8 or so, I'm probably going to switch over to some casual mining just for the hell of it. But yeah, it's a pretty fun game. That said, it gets very complicated. Some people call it spreadsheets in space, and while that's not quite right, it's not completely wrong either. Yeah, I'm about to run out of beer. I'm gonna have to hit up DoorDash or Instacart, actually. I don't know what you're doing tomorrow, but if you're not super busy, we're going to Connie's and gonna have burgers for lunch and hit the pool. So, if there's any interest,
Docking permission requested.
that could be fun.
Docking
Like I
request
said,
accepted.
I was just throwing it out there. Ugh. I am going to work this weekend a bit. I plan on getting up, I don't want to say early tomorrow, but normal time, 7 a.m. And work on the channel specifically. I don't know if you were here when I was talking about it, but I'm planning on trying out and seeing if I can do some kind of static animation thing. It's hard to explain. Um, if you've ever heard of Game Theorist, it's a YouTube channel by MatPat. Um, it's kind of what he does. Because I don't know if I want to be on camera or not. Not because I'm embarrassed, but just because I feel like I might be able to do it better off camera. So I don't know. That's where my head's at right now. All right, I got to get all this crud out of my hauler and then turn in this mission. Or I did turn in the mission. Request another mission or go mining. I think I'll do one more mission and then go mining. So let's see. Let's see what this mission is. So it's the second in a chain of 7. You might remember the preeminent scientist, Dr. Lemire Callis, from your previous mission. Her mentor was the famous particle physicist and AI specialist, Professor KD. I don't know. I can't pronounce whatever that's supposed to be. Blah, blah, blah. That professor disappeared. He was supposed to report, never did. Your mission is to go get him because we know where he is. And, or she's a she. And we want him for our research. Yes, something like that, Jim. That's basically the concept. I also like the ones that are like the whiteboard with the hand drawing, and believe it or not, there are AI tools that just do that for you. I may play around with that a little bit, but I'm not sure. Part of the reason is I don't love the idea of buying one of those tools. I'd rather come up with something that I can manage myself, but I don't know. I think so. Once I have a good pipeline with some AI tools that can do a lot of the work for me, um, I don't know. That's where my head's at. All right, let's see here. I need to change ships. You know what? I'll go for the easy ship. This thing can kill anything and never even notice that it's in a fight, so we should do. All right, warp to location.
Warp drive active.
Just move these to the right groups. These will go on my the kind of ships I like to fly, because there's all different kinds in this game, are basically what I call drone boats. So to a degree, most of your fights happen by throwing robots at the at the enemies, and then I have these massive guns that can literally shoot, like this one here. I can shoot 115 kilometers away. It's a gigantic rail gun, and so I can just kind of sit back and let these bums try to attack me, and just quite frankly kick their ass. So here we go. I'm gonna launch a bunch of drones. They're gonna start protecting me. I'm gonna hit some optimization scripts and start shooting. Let me see here. What is that? Oh, I don't need that shield booster. Yeah. So I just set this thing and almost can forget it. In fact, it's funny. There are even modules you can attached that essentially will lock on to targets for you. So I wouldn't even have to do this. And in part because you see, as soon as I lock onto them, they almost immediately die. All right, I'm going to go in close because they really can't hurt me. Yeah, I don't disagree. I think it wouldn't take me a long time to figure out the right way to do it. But we'll see. Like I said, tomorrow's kind of for playing around with that before we head to Connie's for pool barbecue. These guns are worthless. I mean, not worthless. Sorry, they're they're only good at long range. These close in folks are just not worth my time. The drones will kill them faster than I can, and then I can throw out this tractor unit, and it will pick up their salvage for me. Let's see where I want to save location, and once this is done, I can start salvaging. And it's fun. You can actually pretend, not pretend. What am I saying? I mean, it's a game. Everything's pretend. But you can actually fly around in a specialized salvaging ship and just look for places where people have killed pirates that are just kind of in-game NPCs. And you don't have to do anything. You just fly into those areas and turn on your salvaging, get money for salvaging the remains of fights that you weren't involved in. I've done that a lot, and it can actually be interesting if you're part of a guild. But whatever. All right. Let's see here. I honestly think I can stop. Let me see how long this Food Lion order for beer is going to take. Shouldn't be long, but nobody's signed yet. Oh well. No big. Is there another? Ah, there we go. Ah, there's one that's worth firing at. In fact, now that I'm thinking about it, let me jump away. Okay, never mind. Oh, shit. Well, I'm about to get farked. Let's see if these guys can get back to the drone bay in time. Nope. Whoopsie. Let's see. Let's reload. Fire. No. Whatever. Don't need. Yeah, it's fine. Oh, I gotta wait for that to cool down. So I guess in the interim, I'm just going there and I'll throw out my salvagers. Have them salvage. We'll finish this mission, go back, and then guess mine for a minute. Although I don't know. I'm about ready to swap over to my watch me work and do some AI stuff. Come here, Lil. Get in your bed. Come on, get in your bed. There you go, sweetie. Well, it looks like you dropped off, Jen, but I appreciate you joining for a bit. I don't generally mind this because I consider this kind of a laid back casualish game, but times like this are a bit eh, where I'm just moving, and that's the problem with battleships. They're slow. Though with the jump drive, which I should be able to reactivate soon. Let's see, how far does that take me? See, I don't know. No, hold on. Spool up Michael. 100 km, so not worth it. That's about as put me about as far out as I am already. So just on the other side. $2. Oh no, 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 I gotta fix that. Oh shit. Let's see if I can do it here. No. Shit. You know what? I'm just gonna go up there. Let me. Who just joined back, or who just joined on Facebook? Is that you, Jennifer, joining back, or? Here we go. Let's shut that down. Oh. Ah, I thought you were off to work. Um, so my plan at this point is to finish this mission and honestly call it. In terms of this stream, I'm going to switch over to my work with me stream after a couple minutes break so I can go take care of something. Actually, I'm in enough of a hurry that I don't want to finish salvaging. It's not that important. I've got more than enough money, quite frankly. ship designs though. This ship is for what a faction called the Galente, and you would like them because they're basically they're sort of French inspired, but specifically they're very libertine or very libertarian in their political beliefs. So you would like them. I enjoy playing
Warp
them
drive
because
active.
I like doing quote drone boats, and that's their specialty. And if you get that quote, you're awesome. All right. Okay, so I've got to go grab this guy. That's my mission. I don't see any way to just straight up get him. So I'm going to stop moving. I'm going to throw out actually some sentry drones. These guys hit really hard. If they can hit, that's the only problem. They have a poor aim or a slow aim. But when they hit, they hit. So let's give this a try. Mm. Yeah, this should work. We'll destroy these guys in a few minutes and jump out of here. Go run my errand. Well, have fun tonight, or good luck, or whatever's going on. Are you working or are you partying? Hmm. All right, I better throw out some bigger or some other stuff. Yeah. I can go ahead and move towards that cargo container. It probably has what I'm looking for. And I can finish this mission because I'm done. It's been fun. I definitely want to learn how to do this streaming thing. I think it could be interesting. Anyway. Hour and a half, a little short for a gaming stream, but I'm done for tonight. Just finish this. Bye. Have good luck, or have a good night, or make some money. As South Park says, if you haven't been watching them, you definitely need to make your nut. Ooh, no, I didn't want to zoom in that much. All right, this will be done in about 5 minutes, and I can take my break. Well, that wasn't what I was looking for. What's going on here? It's got to be in this. Ah, there we go. Oh, really? I gotta destroy the damn thing? Did not expect that. Well, let's... Damn, what is it? Ah, there it is. Her. Keep forgetting it's a her. Get my drones back, and then kaboom.
Warp drive
That's it.
active.
Mission done. Just need to turn it in, and EVE Online is done for tonight. Let my son know that I'll be away for 20 minutes so he can come in here and use his computer and not be embarrassed by the fact that cameras exist or something. I don't know. Oh, hit me hard. Oh, this should fix it though. Kaboom. And away we go. All right, folks, I'm going to wrap up this mission. Honestly, nothing enjoyable about watching that. And like I said, either call it a night or come back online with a different stream, doing some worky job. And so thanks so much for joining and watching, and